Video number 41, and in this video I want to talk about the idea of running a cheap business, which is not a good idea at all. Why I know that? Because at one point in time I ran a cheap business myself, and it was not a good site when I ran that. Eventually I figured the way out and good that I did that. A lot of learning happened. And today I want to talk about and maybe ask you: are you running a cheap business? And at this, you may ask, what is a cheap business? A cheap business is the one where your only differentiating factor is the cheapness or the low cost pricing. And the cheap business is built on the premise of offering something for low enough price so that someone will buy from you. That's a cheap business. And I'll suggest that you get out of this loop as soon as possible, because it's not a good way to run a business. My idea is that always run a business which charges a premium. I spoke about premium pricing in the last video, and that's why I'm doing this video today, to reinforce that idea. So first thing, very important, what a cheap business does not have is: a cheap business is not very competitive. The only edge of a cheap business for being in business is being the cheapest cost provider, and that does not last, because there'll be someone thinking like you who will be willing to cut profits in order to win business and underprice you and put you out of business. So you cannot be very competitive when you're running cheap business. Second important thing is, if you ever want to sell your business, it is really tough or almost impossible to sell a cheap business. Think about it. Why does a business buys another business? Maybe to increase the profits, which a cheap business does not have, or to get a tribe of people, some loyal, a set of loyal customers, which again cheap business does not have, because a cheap business attracts um, customers who are there just for the price mostly. And a cheap business does not help anyone. It will not help you, and it will not help your employees. Maybe it will help some of the customers while they last, but otherwise it is not of any use for you. So it's it's tough to sell it, and that's true. And at some point you may want to sell it. Third important thing is that running a cheap business is tough, and it is tough to grow that business. Why? Because in a cheap business profits are hard to come by. Anything that comes by is utilized by founders to run their expenses, because there is no extra money mostly. And when you cannot reinvest in your business, then it is tough to grow your cheap business remains a cheap business, and that's how the scenario will be. Fourth important thing is that the founders of a cheap business are not happy, because when you are not making money in your business, and you are not maybe you'll find customers who are buying from a cheap business and at low cost. They're also not happy customers. They are grumpy, and they'll come back to you with a lot of problems. A person paying a lot of premium will not come back to you with a lot of problems, only because they do not have time to invest in discussing a lot of problems. They'll only come to you when the problem is like really big and huge, and that can be tackled and avoided also. So the founders are not happy of cheap business, and a good purpose of running a business should be also to be happy, be your own masters. So that's one big disadvantage. And then I think cheap business do not last long. That's another important point. And because you want your business to run for a while and then grow it, and all these stats that you read in news magazines, right? 95% of business close after 5 years, or some other varied data says 51% of businesses close after 5 years. And the businesses that these magazines are talking about are the cheap businesses, and they do not last because the founders may lose interest, because if they are not happy, they are not earning profits, then it is no fun running a business. And because business running otherwise is also tough, so they just outgrow it. Some like really brave souls may stick through it, but there are not many. And these are those people who are out of the 5% business which remain after those 5 years. So it is The idea of saying all these things, right? That do not run a cheap business, run a business which is based on a premium. Uh, that that means you'll be competitive. If you want your business to sell your business, you can do that. You'll be happy and you'll be able to grow your business, and your business will last longer. So think about it. Charge a premium on the solutions or products or services that you sell, and be focused on growing a business. That's very very important, and stand out in the market and win it. That's what the name of the game should be.